Lante Oriente, live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us, follow us, and be the first to know. This is the Commerce Show. The Commerce Show. Wait, Comrade Lante Oriente, live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us, follow us, and be the first to know. This is the Commerce.
Yes. Hello and a very good afternoon, good morning, good evening to you all. This is the Comrade Show and my name is Comrade Ikmomusa Lamte Oriahi. I'm very glad to welcome you to this section of the broadcast, and I want to first and foremost appreciate everybody who is joining me and to say, please, if you are joining me, please share the broadcast. I've got some news to share with us, and it's breaking news in itself. They say information is power, and I have been very much inundated with calls, from people who care very much about what is happening right now with respect to the political space in Edo State vis-a-vis the court process that is ongoing. And to that extent, I think it's essential for us to talk about it because there's been so much hula baloo here and there, particularly from agents of retrogression. But we're going to set records straight. And of course, we're going to want to ensure that we have the right information. I thank you. Please share the broadcast. Let's get some numbers together. I say you, Comrade Dave Asamuta. Merry Christmas to you, my brother, and Happy New Year ahead. Iguma Enofe, I say you, Bello OJ, Rita, Onoagbo, God bless you, William Prince, Oduwa. Friday, Igbinovia, God bless you. Friday, thank you so much, man. God bless you so much. David Benson, thank you so very much. Don Clinton, Osazuwa Uyigwe, I see you. Joseph Igbins, Yvonne Difference, God bless you. Stella, Izechai, Austin, Iyahen. Yes, my sister, my big sister, Josephine Izeyamu, God bless you. Good to have you on. Omowa Rachel Sazua, thank you so very much. Agawa, thank you. Thank you very, very much. Jonko Obi, God bless you. Cosby James, I see you. Very Merry Christmas to you too, man. Yes, Christopher Fohai, God bless you. Frank, thank you so very much. Austin Yahe, Kingsley, Aikosa, thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. Rita Onwagmo, I see you again. God bless you so much. Please share the broadcast. Let's get the numbers together. Let us begin to look at this matter with some eagle eye. As I speak with you, court proceedings are ongoing. But I can tell you, the reason why I came out really is not because of anything, but because I want to ensure that I assure particularly the followers of Obaseki and everybody and let them know that look, this case is a done deal. Obaseki is governor of Edo State till 2024. You understand what I'm saying? And of course, immediately after this case, we are going to begin to now look at, the agents of retrogression, the agents of darkness and wickedness who want to turn the tide against the will of the people and all that. We will now begin to take some very serious look at them. Because and that is what this case is about. So first, I want to start on a note because I have had series of calls where I've some series of calls. Comrade, we are not hearing from you guys. You guys are not talking. There's a lot, But I want to say, look, some people even call us. Why has the governor not said a word? Why is the governor not talking? Let me tell you, I will start from the part of the governor. The governor of Edo State is the face of Edo State, is the authority in Edo State, is the policy maker in Edo State, is the leader of government in Edo State, and there is a case directly involving him, and he must not be seen to be issuing statements that will be interpreted to me that is trying to influence the outcome of the court process. And so, on that note, don't expect the governor to come out, to come and say anything. You understand what I'm saying now? People, the deputy governor did come out to make some accusations, against Oshomole. before the deputy governor came out, Meshoro, he had to come out, I'm sure it was under duress to make that statement he did make. Because, where Umaka Moria will worry about it. But the statement the deputy governor made, these were things that I have said consistently since the last 1 month. And I want to start from on that establishment. That establishment is that we have had it on very good information since nearly 2 months now, that some human beings, okay, as judges in the court, okay, they have compromised, or they were about to compromise as far as this case is concerned. You understand what I'm saying now? To turn the tide against the will of the people. So we've had that. I made broadcast with that a couple of times. You understand what I'm saying? To draw that alert, to sound the bell. To say, man, look, we are not closing our eyes. We are watching. And nothing in the political space is ever secret. Then you have the sunune, someone even involved. We did. So what the deputy governor said a few days ago, accusing Oshomole, we have talked about it for more than a month. Where let us watch out. And we established grounds for some of these things. And many of you are beginning to see some of these grounds. You understand what I'm saying now? Ize-Iyamu, for instance, we have said and established it very firmly under normal circumstances. Ize-Iyamu has no business contesting the governorship of Edo State, under the platform of the APC or under any platform for that matter. Because the law is clear. I have come to the governor's case, so don't just why hurry. I'm going to tell you why you should be confident, okay, that this case, the judge is going to rule in favor of the governor of Edo State. He has no option. Okanamia collected billions in there. He has no option because the case of the governor is overwhelming. Okay, but let us first and foremost, discredit the candidacy of Ize-Iyamu. Okay, and of course the ruling Ize-Iyamu got that the entire internet space was agog with so much wala balu where the court struck at the case against Ize-Iyamu for on ground of the case against him, whether it was it was a legitimate candidate of the APC, and we clearly explained that nobody should be carried away. So people sent me this thing. Look, first and foremost, what is not in the picture right now that they are not discussing is this. One, Ize-Iyamu has a criminal case hanging very high over his neck. 700 million naira. It is the federal government of Nigeria, the EFCC. He has a case in court. That case ought to have been determined before Ize-Iyamu, was cleared for the APC candidacy. But because Oshomole was desperate to make sure he compensated Ize-Iyamu, they went to make sure they blindfolded every aspect of the law. What did the federal government do? What did the justice, what's called the Federal Court of Justice, or whoever it is at the federal level did? What they did was to take that case away, okay, from its original place and move that case to Abuja. Adjourn the case. Till this moment, that case has not been heard. Now, the law of Nigeria is clear on this matter. And the law states, when you have a criminal case hanging on you, whether that case has been judged, has not been judged, whether the case is in, you should not contest any political position. Now, Ize-Iyamu was having that case. That case had not been cleared. That case had not been decided by the court, but it was clear to contest under IPC. Even under very, other circumstances that contravene even the laws of APC itself. Okay, it was those circumstances that contravene the law of APC. Okay, that the court determined, yesterday and struck the case out. And the court struck the case out on the ground that were a waste of time of the court in Ahim, because Ize-Iyamu did not win the election. So why are we now still going to be debating it was a legitimate candidate or not? So since he did not win the election, a tribunal to contest whether his victory. You understand what I'm saying now? That if he had won the election, that case would have now had a legitimate ground to be heard. So the majesty of the court felt that this case is going to be a waste of time. It's like dragging a loser to court to further defend or further argue his loss, as it were. So for those who were posting, there was nothing there. They just struck it out. The wisdom of God, they just struck it out. Probably again, some people may equally just assume because this case, because this case against the governor, any merit. So but we don't know, okay? But let nobody be moved if you are for the governor, okay? To say Yamu got that case. He didn't win the case. The case was struck out on ground that where he lost the election. So why are we not still going to be arguing whether he was a legitimate candidate for the election? That's or not. Now, the entire internet space had been awashed with all the social media rats, I call them. And I call them, I make bold to call them social media rats. Because we have been quiet. Because by the time we sit, everybody will sleep. And that is the truth of the matter. I am not boasting. Some of us have told our people look, just relax. Because what happens here is that I'm going to explain to you. If you the best way that I explain is that if you argue with somebody who is foolish and you are a wise person, okay, what happens is that foolish person will bring you to his level and defeat you with experience. That's exactly what has been happening. If you argue with people who are inexperienced, they bring you to their level and they beat you with experience. Because remember, they're inexperienced. Now, if you are experienced, you will choose your time to make your statement. You will choose your purpose. You will choose your argument. Now, they have been making a lot of noise. A lot of people have been making... So people will even deliberately tag me. Because, for me, it was premature to respond to any of these people. Throughout the whole of yesterday, I was in constant call with, some very key persons at the level of Abuja. Following this case. Every process, I follow it here. But, it was... Because yesterday, it was, Oshomola APC and ZAMU that actually had their own, this thing open. So they were the ones churning out their own argument and all of that. It's actually today that the defense of the defendant, the governor's team started. You understand what I'm saying now? So everything you've been seeing was the appetite of Izeyamu's camp. All that's what you've been saying. You understand even? But I need open a defense case already there now. Open a defense already there now. What happened? Everywhere is quiet. Why is everywhere not quiet? Everywhere is quiet because this court has no option than to rule in favor of the governor of Edo State. And I'm going to tell you why. The reason why you understand what I'm saying now? Because a matter is it's as clear as water. What is the case in court? One, here where the governor lied on oath, and that the lie of the governor is a case of perjury. If they are right, perjury is a punishable offense. So why would the governor lie on oath? That was an issue. They equally argued for a government certificate. A government contradictory certificates here and there. And I'll present different certificates to INEC. And so therefore, the governor should be disqualified, from the process. Now, they themselves went to make different copies of the governor's certificates. Spread the lady here. And everywhere was awashed. And we were just watching. Some of my team members called me with me. Let us relax. We have to choose our time. You understand what I'm saying now? Yes. And the governor's team was making, very good, defense. But we knew where. Look, at the end of the day, was a hunter. If you tell an Ishamus, I will ask him, well, what did you kill? What did you hunt? What game did you kill? He will not tell you where it's a grass it's a grass cutter or an antelope. He will say, look at it. But first and foremost, let's start from the case of the governor's certificate. What was going to sort out the issue of the governor's certificate? A registrar must sign, not by must sign. Why would the governor? How can the governor, enter the university with 3 credits? How can this? How can that? You are a lot of accusations here and there. Now, my people, the governor left. It happened in the 70s. Okay, the governor finished University of Ibadan in the mid-70s, 76. Now they had argued where this that. Now, one thing that was going to leak credence to this matter was, first of all, to tender the original certificate of the governor. Now, as soon as the defense opened their case, that was done. Now, to further affirm that, a rep from UI, Osabo Adebayo, they came. And they have defended, that the governor actually attended University of Ibadan. You understand what I'm saying now? And the kind of information I have here, and he studied, a bachelor's in classic studies with the certificate issued on July 6th, 1979. You understand? And they observed too that the certificate of the vice chancellor was clear, and that of the registrar was not very, clear. Okay. Now, this is an evidence to show where a governor or university. Now, when they even asked one of their own witnesses who had been parading different documents as certificate of the governor of Edo State, ever knowing where, have you ever seen the original certificate of the governor? So everything you'll be peddling had been photocopied. Now this is where honestly that when you hush with a man who are with all due respect foolish, who are in those days we call them AI, low intelligent people. When you try to hush with them, they bring you to their level, they make you a low intelligent person, and they will beat you with experience because they dwell on that level. Now, how can you be basing your case on forged photocopy documents that you yourself forged, and you are deceiving the followers of Ize Yamu, deceiving Ize Yamu alongside Oshomole? Now, apparently, it is not the team of Oshomole that we are going to lay blame on. This whole matter was cooked by Oshomole as a deliberate process to try to hoodwink the court, give the court some little things, and I had to go by Yeke. Now, I want to establish something very clear. Edo State you see today, a governor Obaseki Edo certificate to you when you are now. And with the governor Obaseki Edo school here, the people with a majority mandate of more than 84,000, where we want you to be our governor. Certificate or no certificate, since time immemorial by leaders, people choose their leaders. A constitution requires it. I'm coming to the issue of perjury. If you're talking the government cannot defeat another FFF. Now, the people say, we want this one to be our leader. Are you going to try to force yourself to lead the people who don't want you? In this same country that we are in, President Muhammadu Buhari earned certificates. All you Oshomole people were not begwe. The same argument I'm making now was what Oshomole made before the entirety of Nigerians on national television and told Nigerians that it is not certificate that will rule Nigeria, that it is Buhari will rule Nigeria. This same argument. When it became very evident that Buhari had no certificate. But they made it look like, well, it is the individual that matter, not the certificate. Oshomole made that argument before Nigerians. Anyway, let me quickly go to perjury. I don't want to be like them, you know. It's unfortunate that I am wasting time to talk about this. I need to talk about this because I have a lot of people who are waiting for me to actually talk about this. And that's why I want to satisfy those people. But first, to establish that there is no cause for alarm. In fact, nobody is sleeping. When I started we are on the matter. The fact that we have not been talking doesn't mean we are not on this matter. So we want to relax the mind away. In fact, we want to bust some wine and drink. Because this matter, I tell you what it does when I finish with the case of perjury. Now they have accused the governor of lying on that oath. And that's a case of perjury. And if a case of perjury is judged correctly, and I find a man guilty, it's a very serious offense. But let me tell you something now that all of you must understand. And I'm saying this, let's assume that the case they had said, where instead of 76, there was 79 written somewhere with the governorship application of the governor of Edo State. Let us assume that is true. But I will explain to you why even that cannot account as perjury. Let me tell you why. This is breaking. If you are there, share this broadcast. Nigerians need to hear. We need to, because I did try to make a lot of research about this, you know, and look at this case from the eye of the judges. Okay, beyond reasonable doubt, the governor of Edo State is governor till 2024. That if case not taken, if we cannot fight to make him become president of Nigeria in 2023, we will work hard to make him now extended tenure to serve Edo State even better. Not consolidated. Well, that is for that. Now, a case of perjury. One major ingredient of perjury is that it confers on the person who's perpetrating it. It confers certain advantage under the situation where perjury is being perpetrated. It confers advantage. People commit perjury because they want to get certain advantage. Are you following what I'm saying now? Now, if the governor of Edo State had presented just his HSC, okay, he still would have been eligible to contest the election. If he had presented just his own level, he still would have been eligible to contest the election. So if he presented his university degree from UI, even if the man had said where he had a PhD, it does not confer any additional advantage on his eligibility to contest the election. Now there's one little boy, one small boy, I can't remember his name, who contested the election, one of those that the APC used to flag off this case. It was later found out that boy committed even out of perjury, or not changing the air. He changed his date of birth to make him eligible to contest the election, because it was below the age to contest the election. So if he changes, when he was filling his form, he changed his date of birth. Now that is a proper case of perjury, because that confers an advantage on that situation for this young man who contested one of these small parties. You understand? I was remember any this small boy, this is sham boy, or you understand what I'm saying now? Now he changed his name. You understand? From a smaller age to increase the age, so that he will fall within the bracket of being able to contest the governorship election. That is perjury, because it confers an advantage. Now the governor team has said, and this is true, I know this for a fact, where application when the governor, okay, that application was filled by his lawyers. Somebody was supposed to write 1976 could have made a mistake to write 1970, could have made a mistake to write 1979. Can be a mistake. As a matter of fact, in the opening document, 76 was written. Inside the document, instead of repeating 76, you have to make 79, which can be a legitimate mistake. Now, even if it was written 80, even if it was written 85, that case does not confer any additional advantage to the man. It does not. Within that circumstance of contesting for the governor of Edo State, within that same environment of submitting his form and everything, this man, if he had even tendered his primary school certificate secondary school certificate is enough. So the university certificate does not confer on him any additional advantage to make him qualified to become eligible for that position. So therefore, the court cannot rule on perjury as far as that particular matter is concerned. So the governor of Edo State has not committed any act of perjury. Now on the issue of whether the governor has a certificate, there is nobody in this world, not even the governor, can defend himself to say he graduated from UI. The people who can defend to say the governor finished from UI are the UI people themselves. And now they have opened the case to say the governor of Edo State is an alumnus of UI. My people, the UI people have come out now to say that the governor of Edo State graduated from the University of Ibadan. You know, he studied classes and even graduated with flying colors. Now, talking of his entry into UI, JAMB was only giving birth to yes, no humanity. Prior to JAMB, that became a unifying distinct body that regulates entry into universities. Each university set their own standard on how people come into their schools, and it was right. The requirement at the time for the governor to study classics in UI, the direct entry into university, the court witness, I'm just reading the document now, that the candidates with advanced level of higher school certificate, HSC, are admitted for a 3-year program. And the man went ahead to say that the governor had his HSC certificate issued to him by the West African school certificate examination in 1976. So the government met the requirement to have gone to study classical studies in the university at the time. So when they peddle well 3 credits or you look at the way in a real quick bar, because they are trying to use what obtains now to judge what obtained then. They were talking about in the 70s, the governor met all the requirements to have gone to University of Ibadan. Now, it can matter that liquidate the human being, let me see. The lawyer for APC, Razak Isilalome. He was asked, Isilalome is the man who is peddling the information where he presented different certificates. And the APC dogs and rats and children and social media neophytes, I call them social media neophytes. I mean, it's not a question of being on social media for 10 years. A neophyte working, they did not wait. Now, holistically, they were just, in fact, they say so many rubbish into my email. They were just peddling what this Razak Isilalome forged on behalf of Oshomole. The Oshomole now where you can't wear do. As a matter of fact, we are waiting for this case to be finished, because anybody who throws a stone into the market when your mother is a trader in that same market, you are taking a risk. You are taking a risk. Unfortunately, unfortunately for them, they have a governor. We have a governor of Edo State, a man who is so magnanimous, a man who is not a corner man, a man who believes in due process. Because I want someone a governor now. Nobody will trouble Oshomole as governor of Edo State, as Oshomole is troubling the governor of Edo State right now. Particularly disturbing the majesty of the court with all the undue processes and every other thing. Nobody does that when Oshomole was governor of Edo State. And this is why some of us, we are going to appeal to the governor. Look, man, whatever requires blood, you give it blood. Whatever requires oil, you give it oil. A governor Jetogbe. Ojeto be my people. The gentility of the governor, in fact, is being taken right now for a ride. We are aware. We have very good information that Oshomole, the billions and multi-billions he stole from a Edo State coffer to build his house on government land. My idea, money. I think you're going to forget it. The multi-billions Oshomole stole from the coffers of the government of Edo State to build the mightiest palace ever built in Africa in Iyamo village on government property. Even Mama, they are aware. We are aware. And to the government of Edo State, you know, it's good for him where the man is a gentleman. But my people, the best form of defense is attack. You cannot just be at the receive. I'm not working very on it. You are the governor of Edo State for crying out loud. You are not a legitimate governor. You know, a legitimate governor. Oh yes, if at your time when you are military credit, this man came out in flying colors. Flying colors are finishing in the University of Ibadan. Flying colors attested to by the university. They've been doing that a long time ago. When the alumni, this thing UI, they had a program. UI will not be asked to come and address them. It was the government that wanted to address that particular one special program they normally have like that. That again is a claim to the fact that women, why are you dragging this man up and down? This man qualifies. A certificate, you governor your rule. His technical know-how, his good mind for the Edo people is what is making him excel as governor of Edo State. A school or you a certificate. A certificate, or it's not a certificate that he has that is making Edo people love him. It's not. It is what a man has been through in life. His experience that he has gathered over time. And of course, his goodwill for Edo to succeed. Mama certificate. Nobody will certificate your forehead. Nobody does. Nobody will your forehead. But the people voted for governor of Edo State. They were not looking for a certificate. They were looking at a good man. They were looking at a leader. They were looking at a progressive. One is going to take Edo to the next level. I have voting there. Huh? It might only open a call, but some call is coming. Let me see here what this person is going to say. Hello? Hello? Yeah, hello. I greet you, sir.
Sir, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead, sir. The word is hearing you. Everybody's listening to you, sir.
Nobody. Every time we are seeing on the social media, the governor have problem with certificate, and the governor have a team, have followers. Nobody have come out so like the way what you are just doing now. These are some of the things like in America when Barack Obama was contesting McCain. I think it was McCain accused him that he was not born in America, and Barack Obama went ahead to show his birth certificate that he was born in America. So automatically he was eligible to contest as the president of the United States of America.
Okay.
So most of our people are just being carried away. They don't even know. Some of them are confused. Yeah, people are not saying the government don't have results, but we saw it the way you are elaborating it and the way you are the way you are narrating it, and this will now make people to understand. Say, there's the way you are just saying it now. This will not give hope because many people are just being confused. Yeah. They don't even know where to start from. Somebody like me, myself.
I know.
Every time people are sending me message, the governor don't have results, the governor don't have.
Don't matter.
Sometimes I continue to confuse. You understand?
Don't matter. The governor has results. Don't worry, my friend. Thank you so much for your contribution. No, don't worry about it. So, my people, thank you, that caller. I think I'm making this broadcast because of people like this caller. I know there's so many people like that. You know, people who are, everybody is like, oh man, what's soon? People, am I calling me from Canada, from America, from Australia, and there now, we're now. Relax. Now, I will quickly respond to something. We are not campaigning anymore. This one is a case different from Obama. If they another campaign on how they re ima do your since I we a campaign the governor has won this election. You know where that's my campaign a cutting now that's one. So that's better. A matter like cutting you are careful not to provide evidence for your enemy to fight you with. So the governor has so many reasons not to respond. You know, I went with a certificate. You don't have to come and tell them, show to the world with a certificate in there. Hey, court, let the court see your certificate. So the governor has had good reasons not to talk to anybody publicly. And again, now they accuse everyone is trying to influence the court process. I'm understanding, but some of us always knew where a government certificate. You know, and all the things they based the argument on was the opening of their own defense council, you know, and all of that. But my own query is that where a case in had no business going to court at all. If not that some people are just trying to find a way to circumvent the will of the people. Only who way. If I mean on an iPhone, I don't have any involved in now. It cannot go where he do. It's very important because the best form of defense is attack. I cannot just be receiving for what? Anyway, a governor Obaseki is a different person, sha. That is why they have the space to take His Excellency for this kind of voyage that is so unnecessary. And that thing, under normal circumstance, the court should quickly strike out this case against the governor of Edo State and reaffirm the authenticity and the legitimacy of the governor of Edo State. And let this matter just go under the carpet, then let us come home and deal with our own. Unnecessarily. You lost an election by nearly 100,000 votes. Now you want to pass through the back door to come and govern the people. I'm not working here. I'm not work. I want to have a certificate. Looking at the margin as the will of the people. Okay, who because the people spoke and they spoke loud and clear. They spoke loud and clear. Hello. I greet you, sir.
Watching the broadcast now is interesting. It's getting very interesting.
Yes.
Now, these people are talking about certificate.
Yes.
Obaseki not having certificate. My question is this: Was Oshomole having certificate?
Oshomole, well, we don't have any proof of that. You know.
Okay, now. And again, what is the proof that this guy Isaiah Yamu certificate is authentic? And so and what is really the problem with these guys? You know, they can't push these narratives around like this. They can't do that. It's not going to help them, and it's not going to help anybody. They are trying to truncate the mandate. People in generality into the governor to help them push, push the state to greatness. They are taking Edo people for granted. It's an insult. This is an insult.
It is. Absolutely.
Well, God bless you, my brother.
Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. Thank you so much. So, Iyadonuzomo and friends of Edo State all around. The election of the governor of Edo State was not in fact it was a case of a where Obaseki maybe Obaseki Angel or Obaseki Magbe. But the issue is that but the people decided. It's just like we are suffering on that Buhari right now. It's just like we are suffering on that Buhari right now. But the people decided when Ayagwalo. In the first time of this Buhari, we knew we could prove where Buhari never had a certificate. Oshomole did not drag Buhari to court. Oshomole came out to say that it is a human being that is going to rule his own certificate on national television. In the Ugonu Wawamieni came out shamelessly and told the world where it is the man that is going to rule, not a certificate. Eh? Now the same my brothers and my sisters, Edo not be Imo. Before the election, we sounded it clear and loud. Edo not be Lagos. Edo not be Imo. Edo not be Bayelsa. The decision of the people was not a 5% difference. It was not a 2% difference. Overwhelmingly, the people were on Amagualo. Now, if the court now circumvent justice and now pronounce Izeyamu governor of Edo State, who is Izeyamu going to govern? Who is Osomole going to govern? Put it in perspective. Now, I am saying very clearly that the court really must look at this matter on its merit, and the merit is this very clearly. UI came out to say they are the ones who can prove that Governor Obaseki is an alumnus of the university. They said the governor graduated from the school, and therefore the certificate submitted by the governor is admissible and authentic. One, the council to Izeyamu and APC claimed before the court and the world to say where he had not seen the original certificate of Obaseki, that he's basing his argument and the waste of time of the majesty of the court on photocopies that he generated, that Osomole generated. That is what he's basing this whole hula balloon, the entire disturbance of the global space of Edo State. Now, on the issue of perjury, the court knows better than I do that the case brought against the governor of Edo State, that they call perjury, the court should find out what advantage does that claim confer on the governor of Edo State to be legible to contest the election as governor of Edo State. Now, if that particular error, or as it were, does not confer any advantage, okay, on the governor of Edo State, then there is no perjury in that matter. This is a pure matter. You know, when you have a transparent bottle, you stick through it. In fact, other work can where, you know, other men now, you know, they are misbehaving now. These guys who have gone to this, wasting everybody's time. So, okay, can the court while finding a for come to waste the time of the majesty of the court. It is time that the courts in Nigeria, you know, they begin to take certain actions. They want to waste our time, but they are coming with competent, you know, experienced lawyer, so to speak. We're losing them. Instead of you, in the spirit of sportsmanship, to congratulate your elder brother, or to not you, una ya de by Ovigbo, Osikbalugbo, Osomole, una Siedo, Izeyamu. I have not really spoken to you in a very hard term. Oviedohin, you should know who we are. You should know who we are as Edo people. De baro igbo ave miati e monoma circumcised. Osomole is not circumcised. E monoma circumcised. Osomole from Kogi State. Ovie so ami wa. We do a de baro siedo revini na. It's a shame, my brother, to be honest with you. All the while, all through this process, the election process, by support of the government of Edo State, and rightly so. But even at that, for you, Izeyamu, I had always treated you with a lot of respect. With a lot of respect, because at the end of the day, I hear you want dia or Bona Ediwa or we are doing my yakin. Anybody see me say we must come to that land and think first for the land. What do you want to create? Why you bribe judges, bribing everybody here and there to turn the case around and make it favor you. When you succeed in doing that, What Edo State do you want to govern? Edo State that you will set on fire immediately? Is that it? And for your information, if you don't know, if the court makes this judgment, contravening the collective will of Edo people, my brother, don't know what they don't govern here. They don't know what they. Don't know you can't. It's unthinkable. So, from this our public court process, the public parliament, we have resolved, and by way of breaking news, that the federal court in Abuja, judges in favor of the governor of Edo State to consolidate the governance of Governor Obaseki till 2024. Or it will say we are going to determine, by 2023, Obaseki Akwe, we push him to become president of Nigeria because if he's the next in line, the right person who can be president. The other way, you might like then 24 he will say, and I don't win and say, hey, we can negotiate with ourselves. If you don't mind, we can decide to tell the law not relax, not even continue for another 4 years. I can decide when I can money. They are all possible, but we will not do anything to contravene the provision of the law. But they're not possible because we have not even seen for Mama even born in a dead, you're leading man. Hello. Good evening, madam. I can't hear you clearly, man. Yeah. Okay, man. Sorry, I thought you were going to contribute to my live program, but I will call you back as soon as I finish. I'm on air right now. I'm live on air, and I'll give you a ring back. I'll give you a ring back, okay? Thank you so much. So, my people, why we here for that road interruption? Because so, when I tie this in, my people. So, if you do, why you cook back? In case the man analyze it, I'm not going to say now. I'm not going to say now. So, the not TV girl to the first. Because I'm getting, I wasn't ready to talk now, to be honest. Because I have those streetlight projects ongoing. A lot of things are going, lots is going on right now. Edo is transforming. People are keen to the project. People are coming up with different initiatives to make Edo move forward and advance for all of us. And then now, because we're here Okuta kakano vekere. Okuta kakano vekere. Because where Osomole no mion Osikbalugbo Osomole no mion. But anybody at a time where Omono we really a devil de ya mi Osomole away here the zebo away Macbeth has murdered sleep. Macbeth shall sleep no more. May your case not be like that of Macbeth Osomole. It should be a bit less than that. Even at that, you still need to be very careful. Nobody has monopoly of nonsense, my brother. I'm gonna hear about Mokoko. When you contested and become governor of Edo State, this could have happened to you. But Edo people were magnanimous. I can't hear about Mokoko, Ovigbon. I can't hear about Mokoko. Now you have become the troubler of Israel, my brother. Osomole, where? Wekiregbe. And that is the truth. So if you don't know someone, can one say, can one run, what decide in there? Master did work back, man. I will not zoom, Master did that is why the people who stood by the governor, the militants, the social media gurus and generalismos, some of them have spoken to me. Now, look, no one said but me, I don't want to be drawn into this at this moment. Because at the end of the day, on about the fake document that they call a certificate okay governor. Man. I can't see bene. I can see bene. I no can do secure do ki say. Oh. I no can talk or no can say even can secure do ki. I do ki. Man understand the name. So my people, I want to quickly learn this to say for those of us who may have been expressing fears, okay, let's not be afraid. And I like what Joy really has said. Uncircumcised Philistines. But I have to watch Joy has said on Facebook right now to say that the Egyptians you see now, my brothers and my sisters, you will see them no more. What do you get? You understand me now? Also, I don't go feel Red Sea, what's his name again? Obaseki is leading the good people of Edo State. As a Radian. We are going through it. But I fear. I was someone that you that is the simple, the modest way the holy way. Because of the truth, my people, on a reasonable note, when you look at the mandate that Obaseki has, you will not want to move against that mandate, because at the end of the day, your future as a person is still very, very much, in that Edo State. Particularly all of these stakeholders, and right now is extending your hand to the governor. Now you make a contribution to the state. The 14 dissident lawmaker, whatever. All of people, all you need to be doing right now was to appeal to the good people of Edo State. Let us bring ourselves together. Make that tendomu collectively. And the only reason why you guys are doing this is because of security votes. Because of security votes. Only say security vote. And that's the only reason. A security vote, no real show more. Oh yeah, we make me. Today, look at how debased our society is right now, security wise. Look at how difficult it is with our people. Look at how difficult it is with our people. And some of us are trying to find those initiatives that we can bring on board. People are working very hard. Now they were with Makoko Tendomu. Must you be a governor, Zeyamu? Must you be a governor? Only governors might serve here. Must you be a governor to serve the people? Some of us have come to that point where you must not be a political office holder to serve the people you want, your people. There's a lot that you can do with your sphere of influence to make life better for Edo people all across board. There's sometimes when you say your own way, you may even be more relevant to the scheme of things, to the people than even the president of the country. Why go on a security vote again? Finding ways to circumvent court processes. Now, I want to leave this as a message for the judge. We have it on verified information that the judge or judges in this case have compromised, collected money from the Oshomoles. We cannot independently verify this claim, but the claim is there as alleged. But everybody has to play their role to keep the sanctity of the Nigerian courts. So even if anybody has collected a good jail from anywhere to turn this case around, do the right thing. Return a good jail. You are not suffering, you are not hungry. But because there is nothing that will profit a man if he gets the whole world and loses his soul. That's my direct message. Return a good jail, make the right judgment, and the world knows the right judgment. We do. I am not a lawyer, but we are not completely ignorant of what the law says. We have gone through certain precedents. Similar issues like that. Very funny. So we understand that anything contrary to affirming, reaffirming, consolidating the election of Godwin Obaseki falls short of justice. And we cannot afford travesty of justice at this time. We cannot afford anything that has to do with erosion of justice at this time. We must. So whatever you are doing right now, you just do what you are doing. Deliver your judgment. The show must go on. Obaseki, he ain't created a border. The man is just busy with what he's doing. You know, other government functionaries in the rain holiday, you know, he just wants them to come back so that now make an answer in Fuja. So the man is not even perturbed. Because if he had a certificate, attend our original certificate in them. Hey, you has come out to clear it. Oh, a perjury, he lied on that oath. What advantage did it confer on him? What advantage did it confer on his legitimacy and his legibility to contest the election? What? Error. So, and the man who filled the form, the chief witness, and and I come to say, well, he may have made a mistake. And the mistake it can even be legitimate because this is Nakani already the front of the cover. Who were the mistake, the omission or ye, which anybody can make. I mean, or not find new advantage in whatever way, shape, or form. 76 or finish. And more years so we 79 no. Sisi make never wa. Sisi go N9 no. And that can be a legitimate mistake by anybody filling that form at that time. Some people, it did not confer any advantage. The law has not said where you must graduate in 79 to become eligible to contest. So on a change 76 to 79, it did not confer any advantage. The man is a graduate, even if he's 80s or graduate or 70s, 50s, he's a graduate. Human error cannot come at any time, and the man is saying, look, error. So there is no perjury. The man is a graduate. On the issue of why Oyetiri credits Ilawa, what obtains at the time, he met the criteria. Nana University. So Ote Wakeke, Ize-Iyamu, Oshomole, all these lawyers, maybe while excluding Ize-Iyamu, you may respect in there. Our Vinyari Agbi Asan, National Asan, I wait 24 strokes, for come to waste the time of the court and waste the time of all of us. If you have to know some more. I just came to clear some of these things. I know that some of us, they will hear from me, and of course, people will have some confidence. You understand what I'm saying? Knowing fully well that things are the way they ought to be. On a quick note, I ought to have actually come out last night to give an update concerning the light projects in Edo State. Who swim the Mahodi Mabe now contribute to making Edo a better place. Yesterday, my people went out, to go and install, lights in, between the junction between Medical Stores Road and Universal in Benin City. Okay, and I'm going to show us some. I couldn't join them live. Okay, but I just told them to record some few things. I couldn't join them because at the time they got there when they were about to start, they had a lot of hold up in Benin yesterday. I was trying to go to work, and so it was going to be difficult for me. So he came after having rested a bit. Okay, let me just say. So we went to Universal to go and install some lights. I mean, of course, no, actually we went to go and install a light. This light was actually donated by my brother from Luxembourg. He donated one to us, so our project. He asked I would put this one in Universal. You understand what I'm saying? And so based on what I have seen and the report I have received, I have told my team that they are going to go back to Universal to go and put more lights in that, along that stretch, so that the place can be better, lit, as it were. But the place is really dark, and they complain that criminal activities will be taking place around the market. Women are being robbed, and a lot of things happen around there, and a lot more. As a matter of fact, I'm going to appeal to the governor of Edo State. Nala will not be such that the road is not very good. It's not good at all. It's not even motorable. So those are areas that I think that the government, they are more of an agenda. They should put it on their agenda. It's very important, so that people can be getting better dividends of what is happening. But I probably want to thank so many people who have been making donations. As a matter of fact, today I got a call from some people from Uromi community. They want to light their whole village, and I think it's a very nice gesture. I will equally. But meanwhile, before I go on, let me just show you some what's it called, some sound bites of what I'm talking about. When they got there, before the light was installed, as soon as I asked if I just watch what happened. You can see the place was very dark. They were getting ready now to install the lights, and then
Yes, we are live here at the Medical Stores Road, Universal Junction, to install the solar power street lights courtesy of Comrade Show, donated by CEPA Luxembourg. We are here, we have Comrade Bobby Egosa, we have Comrade Thompson in the building, and of course we have the installers as well in the building. You can see how dark it is now, but in a few minutes from now this place will be lighted up.
Anyway, that clip was just when they got there and they were just working to try to install. As soon as I installed it, and make the installation. But shortly after the installation, this was what came out. The result was.
Yes, the situation has changed.
The
Right
light
now
came
at
on.
Universal Street Junction, it's now 18 of the past. It's now 18 of the past. Yes, this place has been lighted up. The residents of this place are happy.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Your name?
My name is Obaseki Edo. I want to thank everybody that will have that mind to bring this light to shine everywhere is bright.
Yeah.
And I pray anywhere so far the area is covered in Jesus' name. And here we are here, we know it's a darkness over here so much. And we thank God for him that we brought this light to shine. And I pray this light will long, long, and we shine. And more doing for Jesus' name.
Amen.
And I pray Happy New Year for him in Jesus' name.
Amen.
What's this, sir?
You know, some of the residents around there have some statements to make.
Comrade Show. That's why I just asked where the office is, so that in times when I will meet with other members of this community, other people that live in these areas, they can as well extend hand of fellowship of thanksgiving to you people. Because I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased on behalf of the community. I want to say thank you very much for what you have come to do. You have brought light to this show. It's going to be 2021 light up. It's going to be light up here. So, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You're welcome, sir.
Well, one of the EAs had this to say. She was very happy. We met her, the team met her previously when we went there for assessment of the neighborhood. As a matter of fact, it is the son of this EA that actually donated the light. Anyway, my people, well, the project is ongoing, and I've looked at the area, and I've told them, instructed, hopefully, I don't know if it's going to work out. I'm going to call in my engineer later. By Saturday, I'm going to direct that they go and install more lights in that particular stretch. Probably 3 or 4 more lights, so that we can get our place, better lighted. But I want to express my profound gratitude to numerous Edo people. I want to thank members of the Edo dynasty worldwide. They've donated some lights to us as well. God bless you so much. At some point, I'm going to bring them to this program to talk about themselves and, of course, what they do. They are partnering with us, to get this project ongoing. I'm particularly very happy and faithful and glad that there's a whole village, a whole community in Uromi. There are people from America. It's something worldwide, and this San community. So they want the entire community to be, for light to provide them. So they are working on that arrangement, and I am glad. I'm very happy. That these are things I think that we can all be doing. You understand what I'm saying? That they want to light up their own village, and all that. So if you are there, these are things we can all key into. You understand what I'm saying? And let it be that we are not, part of those who are waiting, like many of our fathers did, waiting for government all the time. You understand what I'm saying? And so the project, it's look like I said, for those who may not, who may not know, there's this initiative that the Comedy Show came up with to try to galvanize Edo people and friends of Edo land who want to support us. You know, we are donating lights, you know, so be a light angel. When you donate a light is for the 5,000 naira. You understand what I'm saying? These are, I mean, I constantly will show these.
Yeah, I'm right here at the St. Saviour end of the Emota Street link to access.
You know, the point is that when you donate a light, you become a light angel, and of course we have a very good big archive that we're going to be making public very soon by the grace of God as we get along. So the whole idea is that we want to find a way to see how we can. We're not finding a way. We're already doing it to see how we can contribute to the development of Edo State, complement what government is already doing, and I will remind us that the government of Edo State has assured that he has a very big program to light Edo State. Of course, put together they have about 40-kilometer stretch all put together that they want to light across Edo State. And so, but we only know that there are some areas that are not target areas in the immediate. You understand what I'm saying? So while government will be doing what they are doing, we want to extend our hand collectively as a people. And so we look at it, what is going to cost 1 million, like I said, if one person to cover that money is going to be difficult. But if 100 people have to bring out that 1 million, it will be next to nothing for almost every individual, you know. And so that's exactly what we are tapping into right now. So donate a light, you know, visit thecomeryshow.com, of course, and of course read about it. Click on the link there. You can donate online. If you don't want to, you can give us a ring. You know, of course, I'll display the number. Give us a ring. We reach the number is displayed there. Give us a ring, and of course, we make all the arrangements. You understand? And I want to thank one brothers. Osage in the US. I can't remember his name clearly now, but I'll be talking about him very much later. You know, who donated 27 lights. He wants, you know, Inugi Street, you know, to be lit completely. And by the grace of God, next week we are going to be dealing with that. There's another brother from area Ego, you know, who wants his street to be, you know, to be done as well. And so these gestures are good. And some associations, right? If you are there, you're an association, okay? You guys can come together, make some contribution to state. That's what the Do Dynasty is doing right now. The association. Okay, but say, man, we are giving you so number of lights. This is not all. We'll give more lights. You understand what I'm saying now? Contributing to building this Edo State of our dream. We just want to universal. That's what I showed you just now. Okay? Someone donated that light. But from my own assessment, you know, that square in itself, that junction, all around that junction, because these lights are put, they are like 100 years apart. Okay? And it's a very bright light. You understand what I'm saying now? And all that. And you hear from our assessment of the area, they told us that a lot of pocket picking, armed robbery take place around that area, particularly with market women. And so while they are raw, when there's light, a lot of these things will be take coffee here in that way. And it's exactly what this thing about. And the joy will be to those who are donating this light. And for those who want to know about the durability of the light is, it's durable. You understand what I'm saying? And we have a very good MOU with with our own engineer. Very good MOU, I must tell you. The light is for the 5K, which price has changed because of exchange rate right now, but it cannot change the price for us because we have reached an agreement that for the next 1 year, the price will not change. And of course, for the next 1 year, they will be in charge of the maintenance of the lights. Okay, whatever happens, they will always come and get it fixed if anything happens. And again, after that 1 year, we can renegotiate this arrangement. You understand what I'm saying? To continue doing what we are doing. But apparently, what we have set out to do, the Comedy Show in collaboration with all Edo people who are willing to. Like, I want to make it very clear, before anybody starts saying anything. This project is not for everybody. It's for those who love what we are doing, who believe in it, who know they can take part in it, and who have the means to take part in it. Okay? For those who probably have a different opinion, we respect it. It's not for you. As a matter of fact, we are not nobody. In fact, I want to just thank God for those who believe in this project, who trust us to do what we are doing. And all I can say is that my responsibility as one of those anchoring this program is to ensure that we don't betray anybody's trust. You understand? And I want to thank a couple of persons. I want to thank, I must thank Mama IT from Brescia, Mama Iye IT, Sister Patience, right? Sister Florence from Brescia, Iye Tohan, Mama Itohan. I want to thank you so much. Mama Itohan has done, like, in fact, to be honest, when Mama Itohan and I spoke, you know, Mama Itohan from Brescia, we spoke. After speaking with her, you know, maybe going again, I told my wife, you know, where if half Edo people were like this woman, it's probably where Edo area you know, because of her zeal, her tenacity, her zeal to make sure we Edo change, whichever way now Edo making that money in my hair, you know, and she's supported so many different projects across Edo State. So, Mama Itohan, Mama IT, always say yes, so about the you know, I spoke with IT artists in the UK. You know, I've had a chat with her. I think I'll be calling her later, and they already recorded me on her call. And so many other people who have been making donations here and there. And some of you who gone ahead to say, "Man, look, but take this 5,000 to support the volunteers." So about like I say, posterity will not forget all of us. Posterity will not forget about everybody. You understand what I'm saying? I think the whole idea is that at the end of this year, with this Light Up Edo State project, we want to be able to sit down by the end of 2021 and take a look back, okay, and ask ourselves, how have we fared as a people? Because I believe very strongly where if a project like this had been on ground, you know, along different strata of our own society, understand, it's not just about light alone, so many other things that we can do. I'm very sure where every more of a Marcelino, you know, they have a ameliorating boom, you know, and so this is why I'm extremely grateful, gracious to every Edo person who is donating a penny to this project, and those who have gone out of their way to even do a lot more. You understand me, and Edo where ahia holding I'm with man. That's my approach to the project, because you can't explain XYZ. Understand? When you donate a light, your name is written like this. I will always make example of this on our red timeline right now. Your name is written like this. The Comrade Show project donated by, you know, anywhere you are, donated by anywhere river, you know. So it's you know, something that we maybe I describe we are taking, you know, very seriously. It's something that we are happy to do. It show, understanding. So anybody who donates on my way, I will be able to tell you where they can light you where you. You understand what I'm saying now? And then you can always send people to go and verify. So Ojore Muboro, understanding, as a matter of fact, like I keep on saying, I won't stress it too much. Is that where if we want for 5,000 for the lights, you know, this light that we're installing, you know, Mama factor you know you way. Just meaning why I give me the price, we are giving the price out. You understand me? But all of that small things having to do with the movement of our people, the volunteer teams, and everybody around. You know, I take charge of that. I'm glad. Also, I always say, the warning. I'm a light angel myself. You know, and I want to thank, you know, the numerous other persons who have made you know, donations to support this project. Some people have done so recently. I will not fail to talk about them. Let me just sort out their names. They will be mentioned in the because we're because it's a huge gesture. I want to thank Patience Ifueko, Wese Karabo, Patience. First, my sister, Dr. Loretta Boroko, so about the Edo Dynasty United Organization. You guys are wonderful. I always say, you know, for your gesture, for partnering with the Comrade Show to get this going. Femi Obano, thank you so very much. Yes, Patty Ebuwa, thank you so very much. Of course, I won't forget Mama IT, Iyitoha, all the way from Brescia, Italy. Okuzuwa Thompson is in the UK. Okuzuwa, thank you so very much. Of course, we've seen your own effort as well. So these are, you know, some people, and I mean, Evanewa put together, they've donated, you know, light in number at 12. You understand me? And of course, I equally have Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence Osage, Obazurane and family, you know, all the way from the United States. So about the Bawepa, Weseka, about you and your family. They've donated 27 lights to this project. Of course, brother Joseph Usagi, you know, equally donated, you know, 9 lights to this project, you know. So, you are, I won't fail to recognize those who started it. Sister, depending on our swan, Sister Rosemary Nosaka, God bless you. Eso do from Canada, Patience Fueko Irabo, Austin Remiran, God bless you, my friend, my brother. Omoye Anthony Ajibola, Omoye, thank you. You are even doing more than even the donation. You are a light angel, and yet you are even doing more to support the project. Usa famous in Adegi, Ichuku Angela, thank you so very much. Florence Mamudu. Yes, so my brother, brother Sam from Luxembourg, CPA. You're more universal now. You donated to us already, mobile universal, which I just showed you earlier. Friday, Bonovia, Oseka, but Friday, thank you so very much. Friday, you didn't donate a lot, but you supported with your kind. You know, OSA. Friday just said, well, I don't have money for light. You know, yeah, I would do, but I want to support the gesture with you know, something like this, and just to support the volunteers. Thank you so very much. It's useful, it's helpful. So, my people, this how it is. And I have numerous people who have called to say they want to be part of this project. So, if you are there, you are led, you are part of this thing, you love to be part of it and all of that. Look, let's pick up that phone and call. You know, we'll send you the account or go to the website, thecomrashow.com and all that. What we do, we are not just here to talk. We want to probably be part of the do. So the whole idea is, while we talk, let us look for the space where we can equally, you know, contribute. You understand? Because that might be contributed all day for a long time coming. You understand what I'm saying now? So at the end of the day, Edo must move forward. It's not the Governor Obaseki's agenda. It's our collective agenda. So here, move forward here, we must all key into the idea, you know, of Edo moving forward. And some of the things that we are doing right now is part of key into the idea of moving Edo forward. So to that extent, I want to express gratitude, you understand, for those, you know, Edo where Amarikba Arubi. Me dori ebe we Amarubi Arakon. So all the media by all the amendment of me way. On Erikba or Ruby, and then Ruby of the Arakon. Because I lay Zayagbe, Okion was upon a model along Ari. There may be those two, normally for now, you may okay. If you may even day you say, we must say, so we you garment, so we need room. Understand me? Have a year with the program, have a year with do. They don't money man, allow everybody, the air, you know, the land, the sea, the wind, everybody should cooperate to make Edo, you know, a fulfilled dream for all of us. I talk to so many people right now across the diaspora. This program is not for just for Edos in the diaspora. This program is for all Edos across the world. Whether you're in Nigeria or you are in Kafashan or you are in Senegal or you are this, it's for all Edo people. You understand what I'm saying now? Everybody can key into the project. I talk to so many Edo people across the world. You'll be surprised what I hear. And when the Bolivia open on there for so many years, people want to go home. They want to retire back home. But Edomana there, where are we coming to? That's the motivation. Where are we coming to? So every little effort that we make, they all contribute towards. And when the journey of 1,000 miles begin with a step. Man, understanding me, so every step that we have to take has to begin from some point. You understand me, Nanya? So these are the things that we are trying to key into. We are encouraging everybody to key into. That at the end of the day, we will truly, you know, have that Edo that we have dreamt of. You know, the Edo, you know, that we'll be proud of. Because in Nigeria, I say bagan, not talk about okay. In Nigeria, okay, so man, I said big baba here in Nigeria be, but man said baba here do because me ati va rien say, va yuri say, or what are you modia? I hear you modia. Oh wow day. And they don't demand. At the end of the day, Nigeria not here. When we come back to Edo land, because that's where we are from. There's no matter of red passport or blue passport or whatever passport you want to hold. Your original passport is Nuewa Dayini or Nigeriani. Then whether it's sorry Nigerian passport or a bear, your proper original passport or how Uhunuwetue. Do it to a labo, that is your own indelible passport. Do it to a labo, that is your own indelible passport. Do it to a laloke, that is your own indelible passport. That is your passport. That is your passport. Only I be, you understand? Only I so at the end of the day, you go and hold your American passport, hold your European red passport, hold your presently UK blue passport. At the end of the day, the original one, only the passport already do that identifies us to where we are from. So my people, we have the duty and the responsibility beyond measures, beyond reasonable doubt, to contribute towards our development. For those who are standing to say, man, it must be government, God bless you, we respect that. But for those of us who believe that we're not going to leave it for government anymore, please key into this project and so many other public spirited projects affecting the Edo land. So as I sit here now today, I'm worried. Personally, I've spoken publicly about it. These are things that we can combine forces as one resolve because we cannot afford to leave anybody behind. That's one resolve but we will get there. We will get there. We are dealing with light now. You understand what I'm saying now? My consolidated light now is now on autopilot, flowing, and everything is taking care of itself. We'll start looking at some other areas, not about effective here with one. So, Betus Aluboa, I want to appeal to you. If you are not yet following the comedy show, follow the comedy show, subscribe to our YouTube channel, join us so that when we are having any of these discourse, you easily key into it, you easily be part of it, and then at the end of the day, all of us can actually have that. Similitude of purpose. We can always be on the same page, and that page is Edo must move forward. Whether it's Benin City, whether it's Isako, whether it's Owan, whether it's Boma, whether it's Ujeme, wherever. As far as Ati Edo, let us set an example for all other parts of Nigeria. Probably, who knows? You never know. Probably, Edo may become that blueprint the Nigeria need to become a better country. God willing. But my did the only my woman doing man. Okay? And I feel baby now where Edo is on its own. Okay? In less than 10 years, Edo should become the Dubai of Africa. In less than 20 years, Edo can become the New York of Africa. Obima Oye, or big governor Obaseki Oye, or belly governor Oye, because the governors will come, they will go. Edo will remain with us. Edo will remain with us. Many of us will come, as we are alive now. Our time will pass. But what legacy are we leaving for our children? What legacy are we leaving for the generation after us? So if we start something now, I live in the UK. I make donations to different public spirited projects, but the government is there. This is a good. You say a park now, and I donate a gun. Now here to a park in the Bekayaku. I have made donations to that. I have made donations to ambulance services in the course of this COVID. In fact, £4.99 I may pay every month for that. Now I support money COVID. Private ambulance services. Understanding now working collapse into the government structure to ensure things get going. Because at the end women, the government cannot do everything. Only the way the people are contributing. Only my when you see government in Boloao, make a government accountable. They always do. So we must hold our government accountable. But when we are holding them accountable, we know we are not leaving everything for them. We are only doing the ones that we can do. So which means that while we are holding the government accountable, we should be holding ourselves accountable as well as a people. So I want to encourage those. If you are in Benin, a new Yakian Lana, your own gutter in front of your house is filled up. Don't wait for government to come and clear it. Organize your people in your neighborhood. What's one clear? And then a square so on a black spots. They want to snatch a phone, snatch a bow. Because we may be irradiant. Bring the boys together, but clearly we make space. Let that space be expanded. So that people will not have the comfort of darkness to perpetuate evil. These are all contributions to making Edo great, making it better for all of us. So let's not just sit there. While we talk about what government has not done, let us begin to think of what we can do. So that the government itself, they will sit down, see what private individuals are doing. They themselves will understand, women, they have a bigger responsibility than the older people. So when that become a culture, and that's what we are trying to do. My own fulfillment as a person is not because maybe we are organizing everyone to win up now a street light in Edo. That's not my fulfillment. My fulfillment is that where at some point it becomes cultural for us to know our left from our right. For us to know that my one man or my head my fear now my fear for the streets because in my agbeku yebo. I go they can be you can hear you. We must come to that level of that consciousness. And the consciousness in it is what this project is about. Lighting Edo State together. Lighting up Edo State together. It is a matter that is collective. It's a matter that all of us have space in. That we can key into. My people, give it a loss now. Give it a loss now. I actually say well, you have to give you update about the universal lights. So my people, but my universal river, but I promise that we're going to add more lights to the place. He made a passionate appeal, and we spoke with him earlier. I'm on the play on my beer direct bearing to they play now. He made an appeal to that effect and all of that. So. And he just said something in that video where I want to move in like 24,000 last month without Ukba, and they are I don't understand. I think government, Edo State governor and the government of Edo State need to know this. We are getting feelers everywhere we go that the BDC, the people who took the contract in Edo State, they just carry bill as they like. People don't get light, and yet they get monies in tens of thousands as bill. People are suffering. I think that government needs to open eye and look into this matter of BEDC and the person who took the contract in Edo State. They are exploiting Edo people. Anyway, we will come to that matter. We will come to that matter. I know that video when it's going many. I don't know what I feel search about right now. I know I waste too much time. I'll play it at some point. We'll come to that matter. How can somebody probably living alone? Why we 24,000 gear, 25,000 under 1 month? What law? What law? It is something they are doing with so many of our mothers. The fillers keep coming, and yet people they don't get light. One man told me the other day. One man around there, around Nova Road area. Nova Road area. Oh, we are for 1 week now. For 1 week, we are but 18,000 naira, when you do pay. So they just look at what fear. Yeah, fear. They will tell you what, pay 10,000 in my fear, pay 10,000 in my fear, pay 5,000 in my fear. Must society roll like that? Anyway, we my discuss on Nasha. We'll discuss it. So my people, on the final note, I want to say thank you very much for joining us, for joining the Comrade Show. Please subscribe to the Comrade Show, follow the Comrade Show, and if you are not a sharer, that could be the least you can do. Share the broadcast, because what we do here, in my own will me and nobody will me. Understand me? It's not a selfish this thing. Don't be selfish. Click share. Or on Facebook, follow the Comrade Show. Whereas we broadcast on Facebook, we're equally on YouTube. Follow us on YouTube. Just go to the Comrade Show. The YouTube, you will find us there. Follow us on YouTube. Go to the Comrade Show on Facebook, you will find us there. Okay, and you can equally go online. Though we are not yet live online, but we equally have the comradeshow.com. Then maybe later maybe our broadcast online, live and all that. So the point is that we want to reach as many people as possible. So thank you very much for everybody. We are getting support from Wayawese, Usabo Adebawa. If you want to be part of the lighting project, please inbox me. Okay, or go to the page, thecomradeshow.com/ what's it called? Latin Edo State, I think what was that slash? slash light up Benin course. You know, I just it's just displayed right now on the screen. Okay, and of course, or you just go to the comrade show, then you go to the comrade courses. From there you see it, and of course read about it. You can contribute online. If you want to pay into an account, of course, you know, just let us know. We'll send you the account number. You pay into it, and that's it. You understand what I'm saying? Now then you send us your receipt of payment. We quickly update our own list, but we have a number of persons who are paying in and giving us instructions on what to do. And that's the way we are doing what we are doing. And for those who are calling us to say, man, go and light up my street, go and light up my area, go and light up my this, okay? Good gestures, we appreciate all of that. While I will equally donate light to our own project, because the major project we are doing, setting out to do, is to identify areas that are hotspots to criminality, okay? Identify the number of lights needed in those areas, and we start putting lights in those areas. That's what we are doing. That's the major project. So we're only branching out to go and light up people's streets. You understand what I'm saying now, as requested. But most of them, they donate to us first before they give us the number of they want in their streets. You understand what I'm saying? So while you are telling us to go and light up your street or light up your village, at least donate one light to us, or 2 or 3 as you can carry. Yeah, so that when we are coming out holistically. You know, all when Mahali is for the society, we praise you and we appreciate you for it. You understand? But areas the Mali target will be ongoing as well without stop. You know, and that's the whole this thing. So my people, thank you very much. May God bless you all. May God bless Edo State. May God bless the governor of Edo State. And of course, may God bless the people of Edo State. I will not say this prayer without equally praying that God blesses Nigeria and the people of Nigeria. Signing out, my name is Comrade Lante. I'll see you again with yet another update when time comes. Thank you so much. Bye for now.
Comrade Show, Comrade Lante Oriente, live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us, follow us, and be the first to know. This is the Comrade Show.